Hi guys! Today we're looking at 10 words that English language learners often mispronounce. My name's Stephanie and I'm an English tutor at Britsent. Let's get started. This word has a silent letter in it. Can you guess which one it is? Yes, that's right. It's the L sound. A lot of language learners make the mistake of pronouncing the L and saying salmon. But it should really be pronounced like this: salmon. This is another word that contains a silent letter. Which one is it? Yep, it's the P sound. So instead of saying receipt, it should be pronounced receipt. Notice that the stress is on the second syllable. So we say receipt, receipt. And here's another word with a silent letter. This time it's the silent B at the end of the word. So this word is pronounced climb. As a matter of fact, most silent B's come at the end of a word and after the letter M. There are some exceptions to this rule, of course, but some other words pronounced like this are comb, bomb, lamb, and thumb. The next word is a little bit tricky because language learners often expect it to be made up of 2 syllables, when in fact it has 3. Recipe. It's also important to note that the first syllable is stressed. So we say recipe. Okay, so this word often gets mispronounced because of the letters CH at the beginning. Students often pronounce it as ch, but in actual fact, it's pronounced k. It also has 2 syllables, and the first one is stressed. So we pronounce it choir. In this word, we need to watch out for the G sound. My students often pronounce this word as hanger, but in fact, we need to pronounce the G more softly, like this: hanger. And you can find a lot of hangers in a wardrobe. You might know the American word for this, which is a closet. In the UK, we call this a wardrobe, and it can be a little bit tricky to pronounce, mainly because of the long or sound in the first syllable and the O sound in the second syllable. So it should be pronounced wardrobe. This little animal can be found in parks all over London. But how do we pronounce it? Well, it's made up of 2 syllables and the first one is stressed. And we pronounce it like this: squirrel. Staying with the animal theme, this word is sometimes a bit hard to pronounce because of the O sound in the middle. My students often pronounce this as O, but it's actually pronounced U. So the word is wolf. And finally, this word is often mispronounced because of the OE vowels in the middle. Just break it down into 2 syllables and remember that the letter E is pronounced I. So the word is poem. Right, so let's go through those words again. You can repeat after me to practice them yourselves. Here we go. Salmon. I love salmon sushi. Receipt. Would you like your receipt? Climb. I want to climb Mount Everest. Recipe. I'll send you my chocolate cake recipe. choir. When I was a child, I loved singing in my school choir. Hanger. Have you got a hanger for this shirt? Wardrobe. I really need a second wardrobe. I've got too many clothes. Squirrel. We saw a squirrel running across the grass. Wolf. When we were camping, we heard the sound of a wolf in the distance. Poem. I read a beautiful poem yesterday. Okay, so that's all from me for today. Try repeating these words each day, even just for 5 minutes, and I'm sure your pronunciation will improve a lot. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!